Do you remember grade 9 math? Do you remember when you did surface areas, especially ones of rectangular prisms? Yeah, do you remember how surface area works? It's an area. So if it's an area, remember this has to be squared. It's either going to be inches squared or centimeters squared or millimeters squared or yards squared or whatever, whatever, whatever. But this is always going to be a square unit. That's what's important here, okay? So squared unit. Now, also, you remember from grade 9 math, you can break something like this beautiful prism down. Like, I don't even call it a rectangular prism. Honestly, it's a box. Come on, it's a box. But you know and I know you can break down this wonderful thing into what they call a net. And I found a beautiful, beautiful little spot on YouTube here. And that's what that QR code on the right is all about. If you want, you can scan that, or you can actually just type in this thing right here. But you know what? Stay tuned. I've got it recorded. And it just happens to be, boom, right here. There's our box. Watch what happens with this. This guy takes this box and he cuts it all up and he makes a net for you. Watch. Boom. There it is. Look. He's going to cut it up and break it open. And I'm just going to pause it right here. Watch what happens. Look at this. You know that this box has a front and a back. So if you look at this, the front is here, the back is here. Think about folding this guy up. You'll see it. There's the front, there's the back. You know that this guy has a left side and a right side. There's the left side, there's the right side. You also know that this guy's got a bottom and a top. There's your bottom, there's your top. Or sorry, there's your bottom, there's your top. My apologies, right? It's all there. So all you have to realize is that these are all duplicates of each other. This guy here, the left side and the right side match. So all you got to do is find the area of 1, multiply by 2. This front and back also match. Find that area, multiply by 2. Look at this. This bottom and this top also match. Find one area, multiply it by 2. So if I was to erase all of this, check this out. Here we go. Let's erase it. And watch, I'm going to just punch this again, and this is going to form real, real pretty. Watch. This is so cute. That is just awesome, isn't it? And he's going to rotate it around one more time and then break it apart into our beautiful net for us one last time. I think this is a great little video that shows all the dimensions really, really pretty. Okay, so let's go back to this now. Okay, so what do you have to do? Do you remember? Let's go and do the front and the back. So front and back, here we go. Well, what value is the front? Well, you know what? I can't see this with all the scribbles on it. Neither can you, hey? So let's just do the front and back right now. Look, the front is 8 inches by 6 inches right here. There's the front. Boom. So the front is 8 inches by 6 inches, okay? 8 inches, length times width. Remember, you're figuring out areas. So 8 inches by 6 inches is going to be, 48. But don't forget, inches squared. That's why I taught you dimensional analysis. Inch times inch is inch squared. But you got a front and a back, so don't forget to multiply this by 2. If you multiply this by 2, you got 96 inches squared so far. But keep going, because not only do you have a front and a back, you have a right and a left. Okay, so let's call it right and left. Okay, our right is 9 inches by 6 inches, okay? 9 inches by 6 inches. And if you work that out, 9 times 6 works out to be 54 inches squared. You got 2 of them, multiply it by 2, which gives you 108 inches squared. And then, okay, look at that. You got a bottom and a top, okay? Bottom and a top. So the bottom, of course, and the top is 8 by 9. So 8 inches by 9 inches works out to be 72 inches squared. Multiply that by 2, that works out to be 144 inches squared. Now, all we have to do now is add all of this up. Okay, 4 and 6 is 10, and 8, there's 18. Carry the 1. That gives you 10 and 4. So carry 1, and that gives you 348 inches squared. And that's your total. Do you remember that from grade 9? Okay, so think about what we can do with this. We can say, okay, we can convert this now from inches squared into centimeters squared or into feet squared or whatever using the dimensional analysis we've learned in the previous podcasts.